This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We check in with Hazleton's police chief next to see how the fight against crime is going in the city. Good evening and thank you for joining us at SSPTV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information. I'm Ken Kara and we always start with headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The warmer weather means more people out and about. It also means more police on patrol in the city of Hazleton. Police Chief Jerry Speziale explains.
With the summertime, just around the corner, we're going to be focusing on, putting police officers on foot, on bicycle. We're also going to have, park and walk. We're going to have some new patrol vehicles that we'll be introducing soon. And we are going to continue with our hotspot policing and special operations throughout the city with the zero tolerance for any drug distribution or use in this city. And that's how we are going to continue to focus, because that's what's driving the crime.
How's the texting for tips been going?
Text for tips works because I get it on my phone. When a text for tip comes in, I get to see that there is one. So when my email blows up with text for tip, I know that it's going back and forth between the detectives and someone from the community. I could go in and see what they're saying, but I don't. I choose not to. I allow the detectives to handle that in narcotics. And they do that well. They do a great job.
Has that led to any big arrests?
Yes, it has. It's led to fugitives, it's led to drug arrests, it's led to all different types of crimes. We get so many tips, because we put it in the releases that you can come online or you could go to Text for Tips just to help us solve or prevent the crime, and that's the way it works.
And if you have a tip for the police, type the word tips, then your tip, and send it to 274637. Chief Speziale will be a guest on the Sam Lassant Show later this week. Spring cleaning is underway at the Greater Hazleton Rails to Trails. On Saturday, some 50 volunteers came out to plant a total of 35 trees along the trail. The trees were made possible by a grant awarded to the Greater Hazleton Area Civic Partnership. Today, students from the Employment Skills class at Hazleton Area High School were scheduled to help, while employees from American Eagle Outfitters will volunteer their time later this week. Dust off your running shoes because a very popular run in our area is just around the corner. Lisa Sugart has more.
Have you registered yet for the Lehigh Valley Health Network's 2017 5K Run and Walk? Well, believe it or not, this is the 14th year already for this wonderful event that gets bigger and better every year. Here to tell us all about it is Barbara Hunsinger. She's a registered nurse. She is also the Director of Cardiac Services for the Lehigh Valley Health Network. Barbara, thanks so much for being here. Are you ready to run?
I am, Lisa, and I enjoy this every year. This is fun. Lehigh Valley promotes this every year. It is our 14th walk. It is going to be at Community Park, and it will be on Saturday, and that is April 29th. Actually, we have a free kids fun run, which actually starts like around 9:30. So it's a smaller run just for the children with lots of good prizes. And then the actual 5K run will start pretty much around 10 a.m. So we are in the process of registration right now, okay? So you can actually register online this year. This is new for us, all right? So you can register at racemenu.com/LVHN5K. Wanted to make sure I got that correct. Also, you can also visit on the website, and you can actually visit just lvhn.org/calendar, and actually it will tell you all about the run on there. So early registration deadline is going to be April 15th. So we would like everyone to register before that date because you are guaranteed a t-shirt. Brought last year's t-shirt with me so that I can show everyone. And this was actually last year's t-shirt, which is actually pretty cool. And this year's actually are in the process of actually being made, so they will actually be ready for the run, of course. So, registering online is fine. You can also call us. There is a phone number, and you can call us at the Health and Wellness Center. We are open usually pretty much during the day. You can call anyone at 570-501-6953, and usually you can speak to any of the girls, and they will register you for the event. Now, it is $20 as a pre-registration, and then after the deadline or the day of the race, which you still can register, it's $25.
Barbara, tell us what benefits come from this race, where the money will be used and what it will help.
Every year, the benefits from the race actually are used in the Health and Wellness Center. So we have a fitness trail, which is outside of the Health and Wellness Center, which is great for the community, for anyone to be able to take a walk through. So what we usually do is maintain that every year and add on just something new every year with the benefits of the walk run.
Okay, well, that's really nice. So not only are you getting active the day of the race, but you can stay active all year round thanks to that wonderful trail. And you told me that you're doing something new this year with the timing. So explain to all of our faithful runners out there about that.
Yes, this year actually we're having chip timing. So it will actually be very, very much more accurate coming through through the final race. We'll be able to see on the, everyone can actually look at the monitors, see their time. Everyone will actually receive a piece of a notice so that they know exactly what their time was. So we're happy with that. Everyone will wear a bib. So that is what bib timing is. And then actually your chip is actually installed right into that bib. So it actually is very much more accurate.
Okay, sounds great. So again, the early registration is until April 15th. You pay $20. After that, it's $25, and you're also guaranteed a T-shirt if you register by the 15th. And then the day of the race, you can also register. Again, for more information, Barbara told you where you can go online to register or give them a call. So we got it all covered. This is a popular event, so you want to see a lot of people there on April 29th.
Yeah, the post race is actually sponsored by Damon's. That is after it's right on the grounds of the race, right at Community Park. So everything is right there, exactly right in the little bit picnic area. So after the race, anyone who is participating in the race is actually invited to participate in that also.
All righty, very good. So there you have it. Lots of festivities taking place that day. We hope you can come on out and take part in it all. It's happening on Saturday, April 29th at Hazel Township Community Park, so register today.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Our 13 lucky nights on SSPTV News continue right now. Powers and Thomas Entertainment Group and the Laurel Mall proudly present the first ever Laurel Mall Spring Fling Outside Carnival. And we have a family 4-pack of wristbands for one lucky viewer. That's a $100 value that includes unlimited rides. The carnival takes place April 21st through the 30th on the grounds of the Laurel Mall. Call us now, 570-459-9813, extension 104. Leave us your name and phone number and we'll pick one lucky winner. Stay tuned to SSPTV News for more chances to win. And remember to like our Facebook page and click notifications for our latest updates from SSPTV News. Coming up, Dave Seaman and I hit on everything from the Masters to local softball and Penn State football in our sports commentary. Up next, it's a beautiful day, so let's go outdoor exploring with Kent Jackson.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Attention all kids and canines. Bailey's Bark Park in Hazleton will host 2 free Easter egg hunts this Saturday. The first hunt is for children. That takes place from noon until 1 p.m., followed by the dog egg hunt from 1 until 2 p.m. That sounds interesting. There will be pictures with the Easter Bunny, tricky trays, vendors, face painting. The Hazleton Animal Shelter will be there and more. Passion for Paws Dog Training will provide AKC Good Citizen evaluations for $5 to benefit the Bark Park, and the Harwood Fire Company will sell food to benefit their department. And time now to head outdoors with Standard Speaker reporter Ken Jackson.
Every time a fly snagged under a rock or in a tree branch, John McCormick started thinking that 3 or 4 $1 bills were impaled on his hook under the rocks of the river. And the cost of replacing those flies led him to start tying flies himself. McCormick, who lives in Ringtown, was someone I met on opening day of the season along the Little Schuylkill River. He said he can tie tiny flies like red coppers that work well this time of year in just a minute or two. Of course, it took him 3 or 4 years of practice to tie them that fast. Plus, he had to assemble the hooks, feathers, wraps, orange sponge, and other materials that he works into the flies. More elaborate flies like brown woolies that are longer and stringier, which he uses when fishing for salmon on Lake Erie, take more time to tie. With some flies, especially the larger salmon flies, he attaches eyes with epoxy glue. Scoring organizes his flies in pocket-sized metal cases, usually with several of the same filling out a row. He likes the challenge of matching the kinds of insects that he sees rising from the water to the flies that he carries. Some days, he said he casts 10 or 15 flies before he finds one that the trout bite. Fly tying isn't just an economical way to stock up for the season, it's also art. Flies next to reels or wicker creels in photographs take on the richness of still lifes painted in oil, and they form the covers of catalogs for outfitters or ads in magazines like Field and Stream. Richard Grinkavich is one of our local artists with a fly tying bench. He invited me a few years ago to his house in Cunningham after his flies took the grand prize in an international competition that Fly Tire magazine held on its 30th anniversary. Grinkavich spent half a century tying flies. His crayfish looks so real you'd swear it just wiggled out of the river onto a rock. But it catches fish just like the real thing.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
I was outside last night until 11:30 looking at the moon and Jupiter, and it was gorgeous. The next few nights, not going to be so great, but not too bad either. Here's our local forecast now from the National Weather Service. Tonight, not too bad. We have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. I guess that stinks, but mostly cloudy with a low of 52 degrees. Wednesday, we have a 30% chance of showers, mainly before 9 a.m. Cloudy through mid-morning, then gradually clearing. We'll have a high of 61. It cools down at night, mostly clear with a low of 37. Thursday, mostly sunny, highs in the upper 50s. Thursday night, we're back down into the 30s. Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 60. Friday night, partly cloudy, low of 40 degrees. Saturday will be partly sunny with a high of 61. And then Saturday night, 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy. Our low will be 51 degrees.
Graduation parties, Sweet 16 parties, they can do it here at Edgewood by Sand Springs. We're back with Samantha Perkowski. She is the certified wedding coordinator, but also can plan your other parties. I'm not great at party planning, so I love you, and I would be like, if I had a party, you just call Samantha, she plans it, you show up, you don't have to clean up, you just come, have a good time, and leave.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm here for. You know, I will organize everything for you. Like you said, from setup to breakdown that night, we really do everything. We're very hands-on, and we have a wonderful staff who is great with setup as well. As far as, graduation, like you were saying, that's coming up so quickly. So we are certainly starting to book up quickly for graduation parties and Sweet 16 parties as well. That seems to be coming very popular, toward the summer months too.
How does it work as far as, do you have rentals here, or do we bring vases, do we bring balloons, the cake?
Sure. So, we have tons of stuff that we can offer to you as far as linens, of course, all of your table settings as well. But then again, on the other side, you're more than welcome to bring in anything decorative that you would like to. So if you're going for a specific color scheme or a specific school color as well, you're more than welcome to bring any balloons, anything like that in too.
Parking is great, very spacious, and if you're having a surprise party, it's very nice because then you could really organize where the cars are kind of hidden.
Absolutely. So we do have parking on the sides and in the back of our building. So like you said, if you're having a surprise party, the guest of honor can always kind of show up right in front and not have any idea. So this is a perfect location for a surprise party.
Now, Edgewood by Sand Springs is expanding. You're working on some demolition.
Yes, we are. So we are actually getting a brand new ceremony site. So we're going to start breaking ground on that. that. We've also gotten a very beautiful fountain for our pond as well. So this is something that's going to be a great, great picture location, especially at night since it lights up. So we're super excited for that.
Very good. So think about having your pictures taken here too after any of those parties.
Yes, absolutely. Right on the golf course, everybody is more than welcome to kind of go out, take pictures anywhere that they would like on the course. It's beautiful, lush. They keep it nice and green here, so your pictures will be gorgeous.
Very good. Well, we're excited about the warmer weather.
Yeah.
You can contact Samantha here at Edgewood by Sand Springs. We'll see you next week on SSPTV News.
Thanks a lot, Janine. Here's your midday winning lottery numbers from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pick 2, 4 2, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Pick 3, 882. Pick 4, 5859, and pick 5, 35946. When we come back, Dave Seaman will talk about sportsmanship at the Masters. We'll be right back.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Welcome to another exciting Dave Day with Dave Seaman, the sports editor at the Standard Speaker. And Dave, what a weekend at Augusta National for the Masters. Goes to sudden death playoff, and Sergio Garcia beats Justin Rose, and it was an incredible battle. Kind of went back and forth, Dave, and Sergio Garcia proves that perseverance pays off. So many majors without getting a win. He finally gets one, and you really noticed the sportsmanship at the end between Rose and Garcia, which kind of should be in all sports, I guess local sports as well.
Really, I mean, golf is one of those sports that, you know, there's always gentlemen agreements, gentlemen claps, gentlemen applause, whatever you want to call it. But it's one sport where it brings out the best in athletes, and nowhere was that more on display than at the Masters this year. I mean, you talk about the pressure between both Sergio Garcia and Justin Rose, both champions, both high caliber golfers, both teammates on the Ryder Cup team from in Europe, so they know each other. But you know, it was refreshing to see, you know, acknowledgement of good shots and fair play. And then when Sergio won it, Justin Rose was the first person there with a warm hug, and it just seemed genuine. And like I said, that's a refreshing thing to see in sports.
Especially, Dave, because there's a lot of frustrating moments there. I mean, Justin Rose could have won it at a hole, and, you know, he missed, and then Sergio missed. There could have, I don't want to say bitterness, but at least you could have been down a little bit, but it was nice to see them both congratulating each other. Dave, Tamaulipas softball doing very well out of the gate, and they had to start the season on the road. I like the headline in the Standard Speaker last week, Road Raiders. Great start to the season. They had some problems at their field thanks to winter storms and some damage. Started the season on the road, started very well. Pitcher Jada Shellhammer has been impressive. She had a perfect game against Monoy area last week. They were 6-0 when I last checked, Dave. And starting the season on the road could be tough for some teams, but maybe this brought the Raiders together a little bit.
I think that's like a bonding agent, really. Yeah, you see a lot of teams play on the road. You're on the bus together. You're in the gym together more than anything, and you're itching to get out, but you're all in it together. I mean, you can't do anything about it. The good teams overcome that. They find a way to win on the road.
The Hazleton area softball team, you covered their latest game, Dave, and they're really coming together. When I talked with head coach Heather Natt, I said that top of your order is exactly how you want to lay it out there. It's almost automatic with Taylor Kashak, Rebecca Rossai, who could just bunt. You know, if Kashak gets on, she's fast. Rossai could bunt her over. Then you have Megan Trivalpiece and Hope Kinney to bring in all the runners. And like I said, it's been working almost automatic for the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, they're all four experienced players. They went through the state semifinal run last year. I know they have intent to get back there this year. Then you put that with the youngsters at the bottom of the lineup, the Marissa Trivalpieces, Tiana Trions, Kieran Tolik, Aaliyah Cost, Taylor Cost is back from last year. It's a team that has, you know, that blend of experience and of youth that, you know, a lot of teams would envy, because a lot of these younger softball players have been itching at the chance to get on the field, and to do it with the experience of players ahead of them. It just means constant turnover in the lineup, and that keeps a program going. It's the difference between maybe a successful team and a successful program.
And the one big missing link there from last year, Dave, Celine Podlesny, who was just the leader for so many years in the circle. Great pitcher for Hazleton area. Erica Book steps in. She seems to be settling in. That's bad news for other teams in the Wyoming Valley Conference.
Yeah, she doesn't throw particularly hard, but she mixes up her pitches very, very well. Against Crestwood on Monday, she threw a drop pitch very effectively. Her changeup and curve were working. And when those pitches are working, it makes the fastball look sneaky. And she was able to get that past some hitters. Again, not totally overpowering, but like she's told me after the game that she puts a lot of confidence in her teammates, and a lot of her teammates have been there before, whether on the varsity level or on the travel ball level. In the case of the younger kids, they all have experience. They know what it takes to win, and they represent Hazleton area softball very, very well.
Very last thing, Dave, Matt McGloin, Penn State quarterback, going to the Eagles now from the Oakland Raiders. I thought he had some good years for my Raiders. You know, stepped in there as a starter for some games, was possibly going to start in the playoffs last year before an injury. I know he would probably like to be playing, and it looks like he'll be third string in Philadelphia, but pretty good for McGloin.
Not bad for a Coal Region kid. I mean, epitome of hard work, underrated kid too, and playing with a chip on his shoulder, and he did that at Penn State. Nobody ever thought he would have enjoyed the success that he did. In his case, he was fortunate enough to be in a situation where Bill O'Brien, a passing quarterback and offensive-minded coach, took over the reins there for the late Joe Paterno, and he brought Matt McGloin along more than I think anybody thought. But if you saw him on the high school level, you sensed this kid was special. He just needed a chance. Penn State gave him that opportunity. He ran with it. He got a chance to play for the Raiders, and he did quite well. I mean, anything he gets right now is gravy, as they say. And they get an opportunity to play close to home. It'll give the fans here maybe a chance to see him. And I'm excited because I know Matt's not going to back down from the challenge, having interviewed him a few times. And he's not going to relinquish anything as far as playing time goes. He's going to push the starters. And, like you said, he's on an NFL roster, and you can't ask for more than that.
And as a Raiders fan to Eagles fans, you will be happy because just knowing he was there and he would step in and he was a difference maker when he was on the field. All right, Dave will be back again next week. Thanks for watching this week.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Bailey's Bark Park, 700 South Poplar Street in Hazleton, will be holding a free Easter egg hunt Saturday, April 15th from noon to 3 p.m. Be having a children's egg hunt, dog egg hunt, tricky trays, pictures with the Easter Bunny, and more. The Harwood Fire Company will also be providing food sales to benefit their department. For info, just call 570-582-4225. And one more quick announcement, the City of Hazleton's Department of Public Service is announcing that there will be no bus service on Easter Sunday, April 16th. All bus service will resume Monday, April 17th. Hazleton Public Transit office will be closed Friday and Monday. For more info, just call 570-459-5414. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Adelia Marsicano of Hazleton. Memorial is April 22nd at 11 a.m. from the Christ Lutheran Church. Friends may call at the church from 10:30 to 11 a.m. Nancy Ann Palfrey, formerly of West Hazleton. Mass is Thursday at 10 a.m. in the St. John the Evangelist Catholic Church. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Wetzel Funeral Home. Anthony D. Baronio, formerly of Hazleton. Mass is Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. at the Queen of Heaven Parish at Our Lady of Grace Church. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Furo Funeral Home. Mary P. Faust of Summit Hill. Private services will be held at the convenience of the family and under the direction of the Lamar Christ Funeral Home. Ashley L. Wesner, formerly of McAdoo. Memorial is April 22nd at 11 a.m. in the Christ Reformed United Church of Christ. No calling hours are scheduled. The Damiano Funeral Home is assisting the family with the arrangements. And Charles E. Kishbaugh of Hazleton. Funeral is Wednesday at 10:15 a.m. from the Boyle Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. and Wednesday from 9:30 to 10:15 a.m. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Charles Dietz of Ashland. Charles, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
If you go to the dog Easter egg hunt this weekend at Bailey's Bark Park, let me know how it works. I have more stuff to read to you tomorrow. I'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.